I want to, like, it's the type of job that just doesn't come open in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, you want this job so badly, but then it obviously shakes everything up for the Browns. Like, the realistic chance that Harbaugh would just say, screw you, Baltimore, for even firing me. I'm going to go to the AFC North rival, and I'm going to go fix the Browns.
I think they've got to be smart in terms of IQ, EQ, and football acumen. And obviously, they're going to bring expertise on one side of the ball. We do not have bias on whether they should be from the offense or the defense.
The Baltimore Ravens have fired John Harbaugh. The Cleveland Browns have already made their move. This is not rumor, not smoke. Multiple sources around the league are saying Jimmy Haslam has locked his sights on Harbaugh. The plan is crystal clear. Bring him to Cleveland, hand him Shedeur Sanders, let him do for Shedeur what he did for Lamar Jackson, turn a raw talent into an MVP. And the way this is all lining up is absolutely wild. Look at the timing. Kevin Stefanski gets fired by the Browns. 1 day later, Harbaugh's out in Baltimore. 1 day. You really think that is just a coincidence? You really believe there were no conversations happening in the shadows between Harbaugh's camp and Jimmy Haslam? This level of timing does not just happen in the NFL. These are calculated moves by people who know exactly what they are doing. Was this all lined up weeks ago? Only God knows, but the pieces are falling into place way too clean for this to be random.
Do you want Schwartz to remain with the organization?
Absolutely. Great coach.
Think about where the Browns have been. They have spent literal decades searching for a real answer at quarterback. Jersey after jersey, name after name, more quarterbacks than some franchises have had in their entire history. Jimmy Haslam knows this is it for him. If he is going to flip this thing, he needs two things: a proven quarterback developer and a young talent who can be a true franchise guy. With Harbaugh and Shedeur Sanders, he might have finally found both at the exact same time. Now look at what just went down in Baltimore, because this is where the story gets crazy. In the final game of the season, the Ravens lose to the Steelers by a field goal. A brutal loss, the kind that sticks in your chest. That game did not just knock them out of the playoff picture, it exposed the cracks that had been forming all year. Behind the scenes, there were real rifts between Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson. People inside that locker room had been whispering about it for weeks. Disagreements over play calls, miscommunication on the headset, a relationship that had simply run its course. Too many seasons, too much wear.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing. I think our guys fought. We were that close to winning the North, and we didn't get a chance to get it done. So all that other stuff is history. Had a chance to.
That last loss to Pittsburgh, the one that eliminated them from contention, that was the final straw. Ownership decided they were done. After all the success, all the wins, after helping turn Lamar into one of the best players in football, they still pulled the plug. And the speed of that decision tells you something. They did not wake up that morning and decided on a whim. They had been thinking about this. Maybe they saw the writing on the wall. Maybe they knew Harbaugh's heart was no longer fully in Baltimore, that he did not want to just remain with their organization on their terms.
I don't want to say how it went, but how in the world can somebody fault him for saying or thinking, why in the world would I go back up Lamar for 10 more years?
For sure.
Now, here is the part nobody is talking about. During this past draft process, John Harbaugh wanted Shedeur Sanders badly. He saw the same things on tape a lot of us saw: the composure, the accuracy, the leadership, the competitive fire. He saw the same kind of raw special that he saw in Lamar Jackson when the Ravens took him. Harbaugh believed he could mold Shedeur into something elite, that he could build another MVP-level offense around him. But the Ravens front office shut it down.
If we don't talk about the draft room decision-making process, so I'm not going to be able to answer that for you. As much as I may like to or may not want to, I'm not going to be able to answer that for you.
Ownership was not on board using a first-round pick on Shedeur. They said no to the second round, too. They believed they already had their franchise quarterback in Lamar. They did not want a controversy. They did not want whispers. They did not want a kid in the building that fans might start calling for if Lamar ever struggled. By the time the third round came, Harbaugh was desperate. He actually reached out to Deion Sanders, to Coach Prime himself, to gauge interest. Imagine that phone call. One of the most respected coaches in the league calling a Hall of Fame legend, asking if his son would come to Baltimore as a developmental project behind Lamar Jackson. But Shedeur said no. And you cannot blame him. This is a kid raised by Deion Sanders, a father who has spent his whole life telling him to know his worth, to never think like a backup, to never shrink himself for anyone. Shedeur does not want to be second fiddle. He wants to be the guy from day one, not the understudy to Lamar Jackson holding a clipboard for 3 years.
We're just not going to pay attention to the success Stefanski had at the end of the season. All of it kind of goes away if you hire John Harbaugh. You can't say that about any other head coaching candidate that is currently out there.
Yeah, I mean,
So Shedeur's camp politely declined. Thanks, but no thanks. Shortly after the draft, a reporter asked Harbaugh about it, asked him about players like Shedeur, about moves they did not make. His answer spoke volumes. He basically said it was not his decision who to talk to or who to sign, that player acquisition is a management decision, not a coaching one. He might as well have said, I wanted guys, I did not get them. The frustration in his voice was obvious. This was a coach who had identified a quarterback he believed in, who had a vision for how to develop him, and who was shut down by the suits upstairs. From that moment, you could see the change. Harbaugh on the sideline did not look like the same fireball Ravens fans fell in love with. There was a little distance there, a little detachment. The spark was not the same. He looked like a coach whose vision had been rejected, whose guy had been blocked. And yes, he was not happy about missing out on Shedeur Sanders. It leaked out in small ways all season. Then that final loss to the Steelers happened. The rifts with Lamar surfaced, and the dam finally broke. Enter Jimmy Haslam. Say whatever you want about Haslam as an owner. He has made a long list of mistakes, but he is always hunting for the move, always sniffing for an edge. When he saw tension boiling in Baltimore, when he realized John Harbaugh could actually become available, he did not wait. Reports say Haslam reached out to Harbaugh's camp within hours of the firing. The pitch was simple and deadly. Come to Cleveland, take full control over quarterback decisions. We will draft Shedeur Sanders for you. We will give you the blank canvas you wanted in Baltimore. We will let you build the offense around the quarterback you believe in. You tell me that is not terrifying for the rest of the AFC North. Look at what Harbaugh did with Lamar Jackson. Half the league didn't know what to do with Lamar. Some scouts said he should play running back. Some flat out said he could not last as a quarterback. Harbaugh ignored all of them. He took Lamar, wrapped an entire offense around him, protected him, built his confidence, developed him into an MVP. Now imagine that same mind working with Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur is not Lamar. His game is different. He is a true pocket passer first. He reads the field, stands in, rips throws to every level. He has enough mobility to extend plays, but he is not a designed run weapon in the same way. That is what makes this pairing so intriguing. Harbaugh has already proven that he will rip up his playbook and build a new one around his quarterback. He's not some stubborn dinosaur stuck in one scheme. He's creative, flexible, smart, and most important, he knows how to get the absolute best out of young talent. He knows how to build confidence, how to protect a young quarterback from ugly situations, how to teach them without breaking them. Drop that into Cleveland and line it up with this roster. You have a line with real talent when healthy. You have Nick Chubb waiting to come back. You have Amari Cooper and other weapons who can win. You have a defense that is already top 5 with Myles Garrett wrecking games. What you do not have is the right coach-quarterback combo. Harbaugh plus Shedeur could finally be that. Harbaugh would not just be dialing up plays. He would be shaping Shedeur's entire career, teaching him how to be a pro, how to handle pressure, how to own a locker room, how to carry the weight of being the face of a franchise that has been a punchline for years. For Harbaugh, this is about redemption too. He spent his whole career in Baltimore, one of the most successful coaches of this era.
Now he has a chance to do it again, somewhere else, with a new team, with a quarterback he handpicked from day one. If he wins in Cleveland with Shedeur Sanders, nobody can ever say it was just about Lamar or just about the Ravens front office. It validates his whole philosophy. For Jimmy Haslam, this would be the boldest swing of his ownership. He would be betting everything on a coach who just got fired and a rookie quarterback who hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL yet. It's risky, but in this league, the teams that sit still get left behind. The ones that hoist trophies are the ones who make calculated, fearless moves. If this works, if Harbaugh and Shedeur turn into the next great duo, Jimmy Haslam goes from punchline owner to the guy who pulled off one of the slickest rebuilds ever. Now the big questions. Can they actually land Harbaugh? Can they get a deal locked in before some other team jumps in? Will the Browns really use their first pick on Shedeur? Is Shedeur willing to come to Cleveland, to embrace the pressure, the cold, the losing history, and try to flip it all? We're going to get answers in the next few days and weeks, but make no mistake, this thing is moving fast, and if even half of what we're hearing is true, this could reshape the AFC North for the next decade. What do you think? Is this the right move for the Browns? Can John Harbaugh turn Shedeur Sanders into the next star quarterback in this league? Or is this another Cleveland gamble waiting to blow up? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, because this offseason is about to get crazy, and we're going to cover every twist of it right here.